What if I told you that the worries constantly circling in your mind, the what ifs, the mental rehearsals, the restless nights, were never real? What if worry isn't a signal of wisdom or preparedness, but rather a mental illusion, a trap that looks like protection but feels like exhaustion? Today I want to invite you on a journey, not away from worry but through it, not to fight it but to understand it, because what we understand we can transform. Let's begin. The human mind loves control. It feels safer when it believes it knows what's coming, so it imagines, it plans, it replays. But here's the paradox. The more you try to control the future, the more anxious you feel about losing that control. Worry pretends to be action, but in truth, it's just a loop, one that drains energy without ever bringing resolution. You feel like you're doing something when really you're just circling the same thought. Most of us try to get rid of worry. We meditate, distract ourselves, overthink even more, thinking if we just think hard enough, it'll go away. But worry isn't a fire to put out. It's a messenger, and every messenger has something to say. So instead of pushing it away, what if we paused and listened? There's a quiet place in you that has never been anxious. It watches your thoughts, it hears your emotions, it sees your fears, but it is not afraid. You might call it awareness, consciousness, the observer. When you shift into that space, when you realize that you are not your thoughts, you are the one hearing your thoughts, something powerful happens. Worry begins to lose its grip. Most worry isn't about what's happening right now. It's rooted in old pain, memories, wounds, unfinished stories. You're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of feeling the way you felt when you were made to believe you weren't good enough. You're not afraid of rejection. You're afraid of the echo it brings from something deeper, long before today. Worry is often just a disguise for pain waiting to be acknowledged. Psychologist Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the unconscious parts of ourselves we suppress. Worry is often born in those shadows. It speaks in riddles. It dances around the truth we don't want to see. But here's the thing. When you turn and face the shadow, you realize it's not a monster. It's a part of you that's been longing to be seen, to be loved. And the moment you bring light to it, it transforms. We fear the unknown because we think certainty will protect us. But has it? Think of how many times you planned something perfectly and life had other ideas. How many worries never came true or turned out better than expected? Uncertainty isn't the enemy. It's the birthplace of possibility. When you let go of needing to know, you begin to feel life again, not with your mind, but with your being. Worry lives in the future, regret lives in the past, but peace lives here, now in this breath. Try it just for a second. Drop the thoughts, the analysis, the internal noise. Notice the stillness underneath. Right here in this very moment is where freedom begins. There's a powerful misunderstanding in our culture that surrender means defeat, but real surrender isn't passive. It's active trust. It says, I don't need to control everything in order to be okay. It's letting go of the fight, the tension, the need to force life. And when you do, something beautiful happens. Clarity arises, energy returns, space opens. The mind is brilliant at creating stories, but not every story it tells is true. Many are echoes, shaped by fear, past experiences, or collective beliefs. And if you're not careful, you start living inside those stories, even when they don't serve you. When worry arises, ask yourself, Is this a fact or just a familiar narrative? That one question can shift your entire state of being. Worry doesn't just belong to you, it's part of the human condition. We absorb it from family, from culture, from history. Many of our fears were passed down, not because they were true, but because someone else believed them. And when you realize this, you begin to see your worry not as a personal flaw, but as a shared experience. That awareness alone is healing. When you peel back the layers, beyond your roles, beyond your thoughts, beyond the stories, you come back to something still, something silent, something strong. That is your true self. It doesn't worry, it doesn't fear, it simply is. The more time you spend in that space, the more you realize you were never broken. You were simply believing thoughts that weren't yours to begin with. Imagine a river. When you let go and float, the current carries you. Worry is like trying to swim upstream, exhausting, pointless, painful. But trust is floating. It's knowing that whatever life brings, you can meet it. Not because you've planned it, but because you've grown roots inside yourself. Worry isn't a sign that something's wrong, it's a signal that something needs attention inside you. It's an invitation to slow down, to listen, to come home. You don't need to fight your mind, you just need to remember you are not your thoughts, you are the stillness beneath them, and in that stillness there is peace, and in that peace there is freedom. Thank you for listening. If this reflection touched something in you, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you'd like to continue this journey inward, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.